background in mortgages and real estate and a BA loan. So I'm here for questions or help or however I can contribute. Thank you.
Oh, awesome. Well, you definitely need to connect with Sam. He's sharing about a wonderful organization about charitable gifts of real estate. It looks like Sam went ahead and posted or pinned Operation Meraki.org. So that's, I'll let Sam take over from there.
Actually, that is Michael Thomas. I don't know if you remember Michael Thomas. We were in a lot of the veteran rooms together. That's his organization. If you click on the link, go to the link. When it opens up, it's going to say, scroll down on my phone, it's going to say ways to make donation. Give now. Oh, that one didn't work because it's on my phone. But on the desktop, on my desktop, if I look at it, there's a drop down that says ways to give. So let me go and see if there's a link on here for ways to give. Okay, yeah, there is. So you open the side, what do they call that? The little sandwich off the left side. Click on that. It's if your phone on your phone. Click on ways to give. And on that bar, you'll see donate property. And you click on that. And he's in Pickering, Ohio. And then you see the property evaluation form. And that's what somebody has to do. They have to fill out, if they want to give a piece of property, they have to fill out a property evaluation form. And then Realty Gift Fund connects with them and gives them an idea of how much they could get for the sale of that real estate property. So that kind of walks you through when a nonprofit has it on their website. And so Michael put it on there and had faith in me that I would do what I say and say what I do. And we get it out there, and we're gonna do a Zoom meeting with Michael to get some more support for Operation Meraki and what he does.
Awesome. So Sam, so what you can do, so if there's anyone that has a nonprofit in here, you can actually help the individuals to kind of become more intentional about receiving real estate. So you can help in that process.
Absolutely. Anybody that has a website that wants to accept gifts of real estate, put it on your website. Just let me know. I can get you a link. You put it on the website, and you never know. You have how many people that are donating money to your nonprofit. If they knew that you could receive gifts of real estate, wow, mind blown. And then what we could do is we could do a Zoom meeting with some social media and educate your people that fundraise, that help you raise money for your nonprofit, that this is a possibility, that they don't have to do bake sales anymore, that they don't have to spend the time, energy, and money to make maybe $50,000. Think about if they can get the $550,000. That's the average donation from gifts of a real residential property. They can change lives and change their nonprofits and really support the causes and communities and the charities that they love.
So you're saying, Sam, the 501c3 that puts RGF info on their website can also share in the proceeds of the sale of the property?
The way it works, the nonprofit gets the money from the sale of the property.
RGF? Or?
The RGF, they get a small commission off of being the third party. Because they're the third party and they're also a brokerage. So there are actually a lot of companies that do it like this, but they take a minimal from the sale. But that's going down a rabbit hole. I can't. We have to do the real estate 101 before we can go into that they they're a business and they're nonprofit themselves as well.
Yeah, I was thinking, I have a friend who runs a nonprofit who's looking to, raise resources. Of course, always nonprofits are looking to raise resources. It's a small CDC. So I was thinking this might be an option.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would love to have them in Real Estate 101 and learn more about it. And if they like what they see, we could put a link on their website. And when people come in, we know that they're the people that brought them in.
Wow, Sam, thank you so much for just sharing this information. It's just something for those. I know there's a few that want to start nonprofits, so it's just something good to kind of plant that seed to look into further, down the road. And as you shared earlier, that the room is on Wednesday, and so if you want to put the link back up for the original link. So for those that want to find out more, yes, there it is.
One step ahead of you.
Yes, the raoc.com. So they'll be able to find out those classes, and you said it's free of charge to actually join the class, and you said that's on Zoom.
Absolutely, that's a Zoom meeting.
Okay. Definitely. Well, I will definitely make sure that I share this information. I know it's a lot of information to share in this short period of time. So you all have like the classes available for those that want more in-depth information. But it's a good start, something for us to already know and consider. And even if we don't have a nonprofit, we could always share this information. So pass it forward to those that you may know that can benefit from this and probably had no idea that they could possibly do that. And also you can kind of refer them to Sam. Now, Sam, do they have to be, a realtor, or for them to participate in this, do they have to be in California, or can you work with them in any state?
Any state, any nonprofit. They don't have to be a realtor. The realtor, you got the three parties. You got the real estate agent that sells the property.
Mm-hmm.
You got the nonprofit that gets the money from the sale of property, and then you have the philanthropist that gets the tax deduction. But we're looking for. I'll go a little bit deeper down the rabbit hole. We're looking for people that want to be on our map. We have a map, and when we do the 101, you'll see the map. And if charities want to be on that map, there's a little investment, maybe $400, if they want to be on the map. And if they want to learn more and get marketing pieces and all those things, then we can go deeper into that. But if a charity wants to be on the map, and so all the nonprofits see the other nonprofits across the country, the interesting thing about nonprofits is nonprofits are on a lot of different people's email list. So if you're a nonprofit and you have a nonprofit next door, wouldn't you want your nonprofit on that map to get the gifts of real estate because someone sees it and knows that you accept that?
Wow. Well, I know we're at the top of the hour, and I want to be mindful of your time. I wanted to find out if there's anyone that had a question. If you let me check in the chat. Hey, Nancy from California. Just want to check and see if anyone have any last questions for Sam before we kind of give the last word to Sam. And then what I do want to make sure you do is to write down this website now so that you're able to plug into that class on Wednesday. And then also this room is actually on replay, so you'll be able to start from the beginning and listen and see if there's anything that you missed. But if there's any questions, I don't know if CM, Keisha, Bella, Travis have any questions, feel free. I think I seen something. Okay. Yeah, definitely. But was there anything that you want to add, Sam, that you want us to kind of, any last words you want to give us as we are, looking more into charitable gifts of real estate?
Absolutely. So we all have nonprofits that we care for. And these nonprofits are in our communities. And the communities support us. So if you have a nonprofit and you have a business, or if you have a nonprofit that you love and you have a business, then the nonprofit is going to support and the community is going to support you. So this is a way to connect to the nonprofit as a business and possibly be their hero. And all it's going to take is a half hour on Wednesday to come and learn more, because Cami Baker is a whiz at all of these questions, and she is on fire and passionate about doing this. And she came from she's had a challenging life growing up and recovering. She's recovering from alcoholism, and there's some things that, without going too deep, but she's powerful and she's motivated and purposeful, and she has such a zest for charitable gifts of real estate. And you guys owe it to yourself to come to our Wednesday half-hour meeting, and it could last to be an hour. So give yourself an hour, because there's questions, and you'll have questions. But I appreciate all of you, everyone on the stage, I see Jeff. I see a couple people I know in the listening lounge. I appreciate all of you for coming in and learning more about charitable gifts of real estate, and join me on Wednesday morning to learn more. So I appreciate it. Hey, Jeff, how are you, buddy?
Hey, are you familiar with a company called Wellfont?
I can't say I am.
They do the charitable gifts of real estate, and it seemed to me that the non-for-profits that they were hooked up with were like too cozy, like they would sell it back. Have you heard of that ever happening?
Like, no, I haven't.
It's where the partners get, it's basically like a way of them getting the real estate for pennies on the dollar.
The people that we work with, I never heard of any of that happening with our group.
What I mean is, it wasn't like United Way or whatever. It was like these random charities that you never heard of.
No, we have some incredible ones on that list. Look up Realty Gift Fund and look at their history and what they've done. If anyone has questions about it.
Okay.
But thank you for that. Send me information about that, Jeff. We've been connected before. I'd be interested in finding out what the positives and negatives of what's going on out there. So to educate myself on, maybe there's some bad apples out there.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong, but that was just the take that I got out of it.
Yeah, I'd love to learn more.
It seems like they're looking like you guys are looking for, and tell me if I'm wrong, but like something that's been sitting on the market that the seller can't sell.
No, not at all. It has to be marketable, Jeff. It has to be marketable.
Okay.
Just like if I'm going to take a listing, Jeff, I'm not going to take a listing that doesn't sell because that doesn't do anybody any good.
So in what situation would I sell or donate the real estate? Why would I do that? Like, is it tax reasons? Is it like
A tax deduction?
A fully depreciated property? Is that the reason?
A tax deduction. It could be family. Somebody dies and the family doesn't know what to do with it. There's all sorts of reasons why people do it. There's huge companies, philanthropists that donate huge buildings for nonprofits. I mean, there's all sorts of reasons.
And I would like to add, I did hear there's an organization called Women Nonprofit Alliance, and they were telling me how sometimes when you're part of these networks, if there's an organization that may have property or different things, they may have the individual of that company may say, hey, and their will might say, hey, I want my real estate and property to go to a veteran organization. So I have heard that there are there are people out there that may list in their will that, hey, my last wish is to donate my car or donate this to a veteran organization. So that I have heard of.
Yeah, there's all sorts of situations across the country. I mean, $9 billion being given a year it's not small. It's not pocket change. So there's people that are doing it out there.
I just want to acknowledge Miss Nancy remark in the chat. She said, yes, definitely many nonprofits that need a lot of support. I hope that I can help my community with special needs kids. So yes, definitely.
And the young lady that I pinged to come to the room, me and her were having a conversation last night, and she was talking about how she wants money for her nonprofit so that she doesn't have to work the 9-to-5 job. Because she's saying right now her nonprofit is just sitting there because she can't do nothing with it because she don't have no money with it. So she's looking to get funds for her nonprofit. So I did send her the room. So maybe she'll go back and listen to the replay. I don't know. So we'll see.
Yes, and I am looking to have an organization that come on, and what they do is they actually do the fundraising for nonprofits. So instead of you going out there campaigning for money, there's an organization that will actually do it for you. Like you'll see them sometimes in the mall. And I've seen them for Wounded Warriors. I've seen them from other veteran organizations, and they will actually go out there and fundraise for your organization. And they give them a QR code for them to donate, and a certain portion for administration fee or something like that will go. A certain percentage will go towards the company that's actually doing it for you. But there's quite a few companies that are out there that do it. So I definitely want to have one of those organizations come in.
I appreciate what you're doing here. Always a pleasure being here. Just have people come to our 101. You know, there's no dumb questions. We're going to do a deep dive after that, and if somebody wants to come back and do the deep dive, it's always important to have the information. Jeff has questions. Come in, listen, ask your questions. There may be questions that I don't have the answers to, but Cami will. But we'll get those questions answered. But I appreciate all of you.
Awesome. Well, we are past the top of the hour, but I want to thank you so much, Sam, for just being here, sharing your expertise, and just educating us and giving us some information. And as I always say, you still have to do your research. This is it's just more for information and educational purposes, but still contact your professional or your consultant. And if Sam is someone you want to connect with, definitely make sure that you get into his inbox chat more with them. And if you want to go into the class, look more into that and see if it's something that fits you. For those that have a nonprofit, or those that are interested in starting a nonprofit, and those that have a for-profit, you may have some friends or someone who's starting a nonprofit. Make sure you forward the information on. Just let them know, hey, did you know that you can get real estate donated to your organization? That's what Chivets is about, is just really transferring information, and just educating those in this space, in various topics. But I thank you all so much for being here. I always say you can be anywhere else, but you choose to be here. So I do appreciate you. Always great seeing each and every one of you. And until next time, unless anyone have any questions, I will see you next Tuesday. I'll be heading to LA for I'll be in LA for a couple of weeks. My family's out there, but I also have 2 speaking engagements. So I'm going to still be trying to do Chivets and the speaking engagement. So we'll see how that works. But anyhow, we're going to have a meetup out in San Diego, and I'm excited about that, meeting some of the ladies in San Diego. So if you're out in the San Diego area, or you know somebody out in San Diego, let them know. We will be joining, it's Dancing Veterans San Diego. We will be joining them in one of their classes July 31st, and it's from 12 to 2. And so that organization, the guest, Dr. Morgan, he will actually be my guest this Thursday on Instagram. So if you want to learn more about what he's doing, jump into our live and find out more about his organization. But I'm excited. I'll get a chance to meet some of the ladies that have connected with me on Clubhouse within the last couple of years. So it's going to be a treat, because we're going to be doing some salsa and bachata. So I'm like, okay. And I have 2 left feet, so we're going to see how this works. But anyhow, you all, it's been great. You all have a wonderful evening, and I will chat with you soon. Take care, everyone. Be blessed. Good night.
Good night, Althea.
Good night.
Good night. Be safe.
You too.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Sam.
Sam still there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Too many not-for-profits out there with too many of the same missions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there are a lot of. Nope. Room ended. Yep. She's on the Y. I don't know. I'm still full from lunch. I had a cubano. At the coffee place. I had a cubano sandwich at the coffee place.